Well, I'm here at the walkway between Mandalay Bay and Luxor. We're going to check out Rira. It's an Irish pub, restaurant, bar, unique place. And why did I come here? Because you know how I love the traditional style English breakfast. This is the Irish breakfast. See how it's a little different? But why did I come to a casino, to an Irish pub to do this? Come with me and find out why. Some of the specials, let's have a look here. Corned beef wontons, curry chicken sandwich, blackened chicken, whiskey caramel bread pudding. Yes. All right. Now the menu. Now what I came here for, as I mentioned, is going to be the all-day breakfast, the Irish breakfast. Not sure how it's different than the English breakfast. There's so many great things that you could order here. Deviled Scotch egg sounds amazing. Sausage roll bites. Baked goat cheese. Now, I know you'd probably expect me to try the burger, and I'm sure the burger's fantastic, but that's not what I'm coming here for. I'm wanting the breakfast. So I've ordered a nice tea, Irish breakfast tea. So, you got Scotland, Ireland, England. I've never been to Ireland. I've been to Scotland, been to England, been to Manchester, Windsor, and London. Been to Canada, been to Australia. I want to visit Ireland. I haven't been there. I am a ginger. So clearly there's some Irish, there's some Scottish, English. This is where I hail from as a Mosley. Those general areas. My people came to America, I want to say the 1600s, according to my ancestry. But when I visited Manchester, it was interesting. The hell is that? Oh, we'll get back to what I just saw in a minute. That was very distracting. Okay, a robot just drove past me with dishes on it. They have robots here. And the robots drive around and bust the tables. Wow. Okay, anyway. What was I saying? When I was in Manchester, we stayed on Mosley Street when I went to the Midland Hotel. And I don't see the name Mosley here in the United States hardly ever. There's really some great stuff on this menu. I mean, look at this corned beef and cabbage, bangers and mash, shepherd's pie. I mean, if you like this kind of food, I mean, this is great. It is a little bit of a hassle to come here to the casino to have to get it. I've talked about this before, if you're going to be a Vegas local, it's very important that you get all the casino cards, mainly Caesars and MGM. I got an MGM M Life credit card, which automatically qualified me for Pearl status, which gives you free parking. It's very valuable. Same with Caesars. I got a Caesars credit card, automatically gave me Diamond level, which automatically gives you free parking. So just that alone is worth it. And then you can use your points that you gain with the cards at a lot of different casinos, restaurants, shops, stores, and of course for gambling, which I don't do. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but really it wasn't that big a deal. I go into the parking garage, I put my card in. If you know how to park, you park right by the elevator. You walk across. It's a little bit of a trek, not much, but you walk through the casino, not a big deal. It's not as simple as pulling up to like an IHOP. A little bit of effort, but I think the payoff is worth it. I love going into the casinos. I mean, it's fun. Rira. All right, she brought me some nice tea. Look at that. Look at that. All right. There's always this crazy debate. Does the tea go in first, the sweetener, or the milk? I'm going to put the sweetener in first. Some of it. Just to drive people crazy. A little dab of the milk. No, I think the milk goes in last because you need to see how dark your tea is, first of all. All right, let's see how... Ooh. It's so hot. So hot. You got to have a tray with your tea. Look at that. I just got some on my leg. Look at this mess. You can't pour tea without making a mess. You can't do it. I can't do it. I'm an idiot. Look at this. It's going everywhere. You have to have a tray with your tea. It's one of the things I like about going to Crown and Anchor. They bring you a platter because this thing is super hot. There's like no way to grab this without burning the shit out of yourself. I'm clearly not an Englishman or an Irishman or whatever man that does this all the time because I'm making a mess. I need the milk in my tea. And look, the milk has a ring on the table. You gotta have a tray. You gotta have saucers for this stuff. It just drives me crazy. I hate having a messy table. I hate it. So, you guys who run Rira, go get yourself some gosh darn trays, some platters. Go down to the wherever place and get some. You know, I got no place to put my little trash here now. Normally, you know, when it's all contained into a little platter. There's that thing. Look at this. Hold on. I've never seen that before. Look at this. It comes to your table and just hangs out and waits for you to put your stuff in it. Yeah. It's in the way. Now they're pushing it out of the way because it was blocking the aisle. I don't know if I like this. She brought me some HP sauce. This is an interesting day so far. Anyway, I was back to complaining. I just prefer a nice tray or a platter, a serving tray, whatever you want to call it, when I receive my tea. So when I go to Crown and Anchor over there on Tropicana, they always bring it on a nice platter, like a turkey platter, whatever you want to call it. And there's just something about that. You know, first of all, this is a coffee cup. It's not a teacup. Teacup is teacup shape. Why does it matter? Why am I complaining? Because it's all about why would I come all the way here for that experience? You know, like now I don't have a place to put my spoon. I lay it on this dirty table. That's why you need the tray. Why is there a difference between the coffee cup and the teacup? So that the server knows whether or not you're having coffee or tea. If you were to look at this, it looks like coffee. Now that I put milk in it, it's just, you know, at least that's what I was told. I was told that the cup designates the type of drink. Now, in the alcohol world, you might have a stein, you might have a goblet, you might have a snifter, depending on your alcohol, and that's all part of it. Okay, and in a jiffy, here it is. I'm disappointed with the size of the plate. It's a big breakfast, but I would have, again, I like a nice big plate. Now, of course, this is the Irish version, not the English version. These are cherry tomatoes rather than the traditional tomatoes I'm used to. You've got your bangers, you've got your sausage, you've got your streaky bacon. There's a couple of mushrooms in there. No potatoes. No potatoes from Ireland? What the hell? We have black pudding. I should have said I wanted white pudding. But whatever. And the fact that they're bringing pudding. Now, for those of you who do know or don't know, this is blood, fat, and oats. That's what and they call it pudding. In America, we probably aren't used to that. But this is I came here for this reason because this is the only place in the entire town that I know of that serves black pudding with their breakfast. All right, let's try it. I like pepper on my eggs. I wanted poached eggs, but they only do poached eggs up until like 11, I think, or maybe noon, and I'm here at 2 o'clock. Beans. I really appreciate the beans on toast, I gotta say. Oh yeah, side of fire. I just love it. I love it. Okay. I know what a tomato tastes like, but let's try this banger. See how it is. See, I lost a banger. This plate's too small. Rira. Get some bigger plates, get some platters. You want to serve a traditional big breakfast, put it on a big plate. You want to bring tea, put it on a plate. I know it's a small complaint, but presentation is key. Try this sausage. This is obviously a 2-inch sausage they're slicing up. Okay, the sausage blend. It's a pork sausage. I'm wondering if it's got a lamb mixed with it. It's a real fine grind. Really good sausage. Let's go back to the banger. Because I realized I didn't comment on it. Very mild. I like the flat grill mark on it. Nice and burnt. That charges is where the flavor is. It's a good banger. I don't know where they're getting them from, but it's a banger. Very good. We got some very, very fresh mushrooms. They're just plain grilled. Quick saute. Same with these cherry tomatoes. See the little burn mark? I want to see burn marks. Very sweet, hot, fresh. Try this freaky bacon, also known as ham. But it's more of the difference between ham and streaky bacon is a little bit more of a fat. You know, it's not too far off from fat back, getting close to that. Not far away. I'm back here. It's very rubbery.
I get it to a point. I do get it.
That's just how it is, though.
But like,
I'm not saying it's bad. That's very flavorful. That's a very good bacon. You know, you can always tell when it's kind of fresh versus when it's kind of cruddy. Because when it's like frozen and imported or whatever, it'll be very gray and just a piece of plastic. That's got a nice pink color to it. Very good. All right. Eggs or eggs? I'll try the eggs though, you know. I mean, look. Fried eggs are fried eggs. They are what they are. We're good. They don't suck. It's an egg. This is a sourdough toast. I was offered any kind of toast I wanted. I picked the sourdough. Probably not as traditional for an English breakfast, but... Okay. The pudding. Now, as I mentioned,
during the day, nobody does.
Black pudding is made of blood, oats, fat, and other ingredients. Sounds disgusting. What does it taste like? Why the hell do people eat this? I'm a bit apprehensive. It's like a... Not bad. It doesn't taste like what it is. It tastes like a mild, meatless sausage. You know, let's have a piece of actual sausage. They're very similar. Same kind of spices, same type of preparation. It's very, very similar. Oh my Lord. This is a whiskey bread pudding. Yep. I wish I'd have saved more room for this. I'm only going to get to eat a little tiny bit of it, but oh my God. This whole thing, he said this is very hot because they put the whole thing in the oven, I guess, and then they just put the ice cream on top. This thing is hot and bubbling. Oh my gosh. It is just boiling in there. Hot. Sweet. There's cinnamon. I'm trying to catch the whiskey. I'm not catching the whiskey yet, but it's a nice loaf of bread pudding. It's like it's very thick and doughy. Mm. Wow. It's very kind of sticky. The steam coming off is fogging up the camera. Now, when I owned my restaurant in downtown Dallas, I used to have a whiskey burger. And one of the things I used to do is take a spray bottle filled with whiskey and literally mist the burger before I sent it out with raw whiskey. And I see whiskey-based things, desserts, pies, cakes, all the time. I don't taste any whiskey in this because it was probably reduced. Thank you so much. And so my recommendation to the shelf here, you want to do something that really gets people excited, do that. Get a mister of whiskey or use like a little bottle you would use for olive oil or whatever. Just sprinkle a little whiskey on it or spray it on there so that I get raw, unfiltered whiskey. Irish whiskey. Right on it. Right, just as a nice layer. Don't cook it off. Don't reduce it. Don't bake it in. Before it goes out, put whiskey on it. That was my secret. I won Best Burger twice in a row by the Dallas Observer. And it's because I put actual raw whiskey on the gosh darn hamburger. And that's the secret. Okay, let's have a look. Here's the bill. Tea $4.25. Breakfast $18.95. $3 extra for the beans. Man, the beans should be part of it. Come on. $10.95 for that bread pudding. That's kind of pricey. So, $40. So, with the tip, you know, I'll probably leave $60. It's an expensive breakfast. Of course, you know, I mean, that's for one person. It's not cheap to eat out. This place is a little deceptive because when you get to this back room back here, look at that. It's gigantic. Wow. Some of their whiskeys. This is their stage where the live music happens. There's another back room back here. Look how cool this room is. This is a bar, games. The wallpaper is fantastic. There's the kitchen. All right, huge bar. This is a big place. It's a big place. That's a lot of whiskey. There's St. Christopher over there. Nice bar. Very busy. Chandeliers. Wonderful ceilings. Very busy. I mean, Saturday afternoon. But what a cool vibe, right? Look at all the police patches they've collected at the bar. And then you walk out, and you're here in the middle of the Luxor, the walkway that goes between Luxor and Mandalay. And there it is. Rira, the Irish pub, restaurant, bar, music room. Very busy. Very, very busy. Okay, you want the official score. Did it suck or didn't suck? It does not suck. 100% does not suck. I'm a local. This is the second time I've been here, and I will definitely come back. They told me that on Fridays, locals get discount, I think up to 40% discount. And also, morning is a good time to come. And I don't know if they're open 24 hours. Let me ask them. But I think maybe they are. They're open pretty late. But, because the last time I've been here, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock. Let me ask them real quick while I'm right in the middle of this. Are you guys open 24 hours or do you close?
Close at midnight.
Oh, at midnight. Oh, okay. I thought I'd been in here later, but maybe not. Okay, close at midnight. What time do you open?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay, 8 to midnight. They're open 8 to midnight. There you go. Very cool place. Anyway, they don't suck. Come on over here. It's in the little walkway right in between Mandalay Bay and Luxor. They're both the same property. Park at either side if you're just coming here for the restaurant. plenty of stuff to do here. You know about this place. You got Carrot Top, you got the Blue Man Group, you got the Bodies in Titanic exhibit. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do here. So come check it out anytime. And you're watching Bob Eats Vegas. If you like this stuff, make sure to subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you know when a new video comes. And I'm Bob. I'm Eating Vegas, and I'll see you eating Vegas. This is the inside of the Luxor. It's weird because, you know, the elevators go up at an angle, and all the rooms are tilted at an angle. And there's the peak of the pyramid there. And people you've heard this before, it's unpleasant, but people have come here to commit suicide. They go up to the top, and they jump, and they fall down onto the floor right below down there. It's happened. They try to do everything they can to not talk about it, hide the fact that it ever happened, because it's unpleasant. But it's happened. Imagine you're sitting there playing a slot machine, and then some fat loser kills himself and jumps down and lands on you. That would suck. But anyway, speaking of other morbidities, this whole place is just surrounded with the remembrance or even celebration or exploitation of death. Because you have the bodies exhibition where they have real human bodies on display that have been plasticized. And you have the Titanic artifact exhibition. And then, of course, you're talking about King Tut. So these are all things that celebrate death. Right? And I guess maybe that's the morbidity of why people would come here to jump off of the top of that thing and kill themselves and land right about here. So that would suck. Now, my good friend Scott, Carrot Top, that I've known for many years, over 20 years. Longer than that, actually. Anyway, his show is one of the longest running, best shows here. First, you have the Blue Man Group. Fantastic. My buddy Jeff is one of the drummers there. Highly recommend that. I don't know about this new place to play. Now, this is known as one of the more inexpensive casinos. A lot of people put it down. I think it's kind of cool, really. They have a food court over here with the Johnny Rockets and a couple other stuff. You know, so you do have cheap food you can eat as compared to going to the more expensive places. So this is an inexpensive stay. The King Tut exhibition is cool if you're into that Egyptian kind of thing, which is what this whole place is. I mean, you know, I love the themes. That's what makes Vegas great. But they got a Nathan's over here. Nathan's original chicken tender, Johnny Rockets, Starbucks. So like, it's a pretty decent food court, in my opinion, because it's stuff that I like. It's all stuff. I love a Nathan's hot dog and their crinkle cut fries. They got a nice New York pizza over here. It's awesome. It's not a big food court, but I mean, you know, it's a place to eat. Don't forget that when you're staying here, you can seamlessly walk right over to Mandalay Bay, also Delano. And then you can go the other way to Excalibur. Then you can cross the bridge over to New York. Temporarily, well, you used to be able to go to Tropicana. They're about to tear that down and make it into a baseball stadium. Nobody's happy about. And then you can access the rest of the strip there if you're willing to walk. But there's lots to do here with the trio. Now that's Excalibur, Luxor, Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay is a little bit more posh and not as themed, but it's a very nice place. You have House of Blues, whatnot. When it's nice out, this would be the pool. And they have secondary spots you can go over there.